Hello! Welcome. 1 second here. It's a little loud. There we go. That's a little bit better. How's everybody doing today? Welcome. Sorry, 1 sec. I just gotta pop that up. What's up, Otaku Zone? How's it going, man? Let's, oh, I just realized too. I'm like, something seems off. Yeah. Didn't turn the monitor on. Did not have the monitor on. There we go. Perfect. How's it going, though, man? If anyone else is out there, I hope you had a great week while I've been gone. Again, apologies for only being able to do these once a week, but yeah, it's been very crazy lately. This month is a very busy month for myself and those around me for like just a multitude of reasons. But I appreciate your guys' patience. And the good news is I have been putting way more time into Black and White 2. The game is basically beaten. Like, I know I've said that a few times, but I mean, like, legitimately, I think all I have to do is like the battle, the battle subway, Black Tower, and like just all the battle stuff basically. But I've like all the story post-game stuff is taken care of, all the legendary encounters. So yeah, I'm getting through that, and it's definitely like gone way smoother. Yesterday I planned on actually putting even more time into that, getting some of that done, and then it turned out that I had an eye appointment, and they put those like drops in my eye that literally I could not focus on anything. So I genuinely could not see the game that I was playing, so I couldn't do it. But yeah, but other than that, I hope everyone's good. Adriel, JD, Melissa, how's it going, guys? Welcome. Hope I sound okay. Hope you're having a great day, and hope we catch a shiny Heracross more than anything. I mean, more than all that. I mean, I hope you had a really good day too, but like, also, it's a shiny freaking Heracross in Colosseum, you know? That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm doing well. Just getting hyped for Gen 4 in Pokemon Go. Yeah, they've announced, like, Pokemon has been having quite a week. We got a new trailer for not only Gen 4 with that, like, Arceus tease at the end, but we also got, a Meltan tease as well for Let's Go today, which is just like that. I was not expecting this quickly. Mind you, it's a month and a few days, like a month and 6 days away. Not a timer ball. But yeah, no. Let's Go is like really close, and it doesn't feel like it's that close. It still feels like it's like a few months away, weirdly enough. But it's really not. It's actually quite soon, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, I got shot in the eye with an airsoft gun. Now I can barely see, but the doctor says my eye will be better in about a month. That is super unfortunate, JD. I'm sorry to hear that. That puts my not being able to see for like 4 hours thing to shame. Like, that's I'm sorry to hear that, man. Today was better than yesterday, that's for sure. Got brought to the hospital by aim. Why everyone's getting hurt, man? From work yesterday, but everything turned out okay. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're okay. I hope it didn't have anything to do with like the baby or anything. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, no, everyone getting hurt or like having to go to the hospital or being sick, or that's so much going on. I know Demon Gone as well, just like was finally able to get some rest at his home after like some surgeries. Like, it's crazy. All right, but I was gonna say, if we could catch Heracross on the first one, that would be a nice little a little bit of pain relief, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, no, I'm glad today's better though. At least if you get the shiny Heracross from today's stream, then it would be awesome. It would be absolutely stupendous. I don't know if I've ever really used that word before, but it would be. It certainly would be if that were the case. So hopefully today's the day. We are gonna go till 4:25. I probably just realized I should have changed into like sweatpants or shorts instead of jeans, but oh well. We're still gonna get to that 5:25 in jeans or die trying. My glasses fell off and I turned around and my teammate shot me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's definitely does not sound like the best time. Oh, I'm very like, I was sensitive enough about my eyes, like them having to like put the drops and put the like they spray like air into your eyeballs. Like all of that was already like crazy to me, and then like you throw in also like, I mean, just getting like point blank shot in the eye, like that's gotta hurt, man. They're so sensitive, eyes, right? And yeah, they're also really tough, weirdly enough. And of course, I missed my attack, but at least he got paralyzed. But yeah, no, eyeballs are really, really unique and different. I got to see the back of mine yesterday, which I cannot say I've ever done that before. And let me tell you, it was a ride. But overexertion, baby's okay, but that had me worried. Yeah, of course, of course. I was a little worried too when you said that you had to go to the hospital, but I'm glad everything's okay. That's the most important thing, right? And hey, we got Heracross too. My glasses fell out. Oh, sorry. Reading the same thing. But yeah, no, I'm super stoked for Gen 4. It'll be very interesting to see how they roll it out, but I'm really hoping that they drop it within the next 2 weeks, because if there's any Japanese exclusive Pokemon, I will be able to get them while I'm there. But if it doesn't launch until, let's say, like December, then there's no hope. There's no hope for me for at least getting any exclusives in Japan. I did end up, after all the regional stuff was taken care of, I ended up only missing Mr. Mime. So I have Kangaskhan, I have Farfetch'd, I have Tauros because I'm in North America. But yeah, the only one I'm missing is Mr. Mime, weirdly enough. In Pokemon Go, at least. But yeah, no, it's been a pretty busy week for Pokemon. I hope that we can still retain some sort of like mystery. With Pokemon has a really bad habit of basically spoiling like everything in their games via like little trailers and stuff leading up to it. So far, Let's Go, though it's definitely probably even gone too much for my liking, has still been relatively okay in that field. But I'm afraid that in this next month they're gonna like go into like hyperdrive, perhaps do like a Pokemon Let's Go Direct. Maybe we'll even get like a Smash Bros tag on the end of that involving a Pokemon character reveal, something like that. I could see happening, and like that is something that I wouldn't want. Like I want to just go into that game. I already know Kanto. I know the story. I hope it's different. I hope there's twists, but I don't want to be spoiled on them in the same way that like Sun and Moon, they revealed that Red and Blue were in the post game before we like. Why would you reveal post game stuff? You should have saved that. Like people, and that's like the difference between like a marketing department and like a development department, because the developers were probably like, oh my god, people are gonna be so surprised. It's gonna be so cool when they see like Red and Blue and Alola, and then the marketing department was like, lols. People are going to love this and they'll buy the game. So, I mean, it's like a sensitive thing. You got to be very careful. You got to do one without the other. But, like, for something like as big as Pokemon, I feel like they could have gotten away with it and just not been, like, Red and Blue are in it. Like, I don't know if anyone was, like, buying those games just for those two, you know? But anyway, I digress. It rained most of the day here in this part of Ontario. It was really cold. Yesterday or today? Today it was sunny where I am, but I definitely know that weather changes. Whenever I go back home, it's usually night and day. It's weird, but yeah. Calling for snow in the next few days. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yo, what's up, Wetzel? Nice little sneaky cabinet you got. How's it going, man? You know, you could have gotten Mr. Mime from 7km eggs from gifts. That's what I'm talking about, Otaku Zone. I hatched a bunch. I ended up with 3 Farfetch'd. I ended up with like a just ton of Tangela, a ton of like Geodudes and all that stuff. I got 1 Kangaskhan, 2 Tauros, 3 Farfetch'd, but no Mr. Mimes. And I hatched a lot of 7k eggs, so I tried. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for me, though. I just, like, and I probably hatched over 50 eggs. Like, maybe more than that, honestly. I walked a lot. And, yeah, it never happened for me. The odds just weren't in my favor, as the Hunger Games lady would say. Gen 4 will probably be released by next week. Personally, I think they're going to hold it for Let's Go release. I hope they don't, because I don't want to have, like, those two things conflict. But I think they're going to try to, like, make it across, like, you know, so Gen 4 will get people back into Pokemon Go, and then from Pokemon Go, people will be enticed to buy a Switch and buy Let's Go, or either or both. I don't know. Anyway, so you like the new build? It's pretty cool, man. It's definitely very cool. I was not expecting that, to be honest. I was expecting like another shrine to like some sort of, you know, nerdiness, whether it could have been, oh my god, Gravity Falls, or just something like that. But yeah, no, it was actually much different than I thought it was going to be. Excuse me. The update rollout has already implemented Gen 4 listings. Interesting. But they haven't appeared yet. Usually Pokemon stuff happens on Thursdays, right? Pokemon Go stuff. So maybe tomorrow. Maybe. If not, maybe the week after. I don't know. Like I said, I really hope it goes live either before or while I'm in Japan, because it's just like, I hope there's like another exclusive, because Japan always seems to get like an exclusive, not every generation, but a lot of the generations. They'll get something, even if it's like based on the cycle, right? Like we've seen with Solrock and Lunatone. Oh, I caught it. Wow. I was like, where's the Heracross gone? But yeah, we caught it, even though it's not shiny. But no, that's really interesting. I assume that I'll probably just be able to like catch, I guess Starlies would be a good bet right off the bat. Budoos maybe. Right? I think those. Is Budoo Gen 4 or 5? I think it's 4. I'm probably wrong though, knowing me. But Wormadams maybe. Yo, what's up, Totem Rotom? How's it going? How you been? Maybe the update only has the listing. The Psyche event is still going until this weekend. Singe 4, I assume, will be next Thursday. That's a good bet. That's a good bet. Still definitely is agreeable to me, given it like helps me out for sure if it goes live next Thursday. But either way, it's really exciting. It turns out Meltan looks like it's gonna have like an evolution, which just makes it even more Digimon to me. But like that's okay, I guess. I've been fairly well. You? Pretty good. Pretty good. I unfortunately. I was saying earlier, this month is crazy busy for me because I'm going on a trip very shortly. But I haven't had as much time for this game as I would have liked, and this hunt specifically as I would have liked. But other than that, other than like just not having enough time for everything, I'm doing very well. Thank you. Thank you for asking. But yeah, Gen 4. I wonder what the eggs will be. I mean, definitely like Garchomp, right? Or I guess Geibel in this case. But so like Geibel, probably like what would a 10k egg be for Gen 4? I don't know. And I wonder if they'll roll it all out at once or if it'll be like staggered, you know? Like they'll be like, here's the starters and some ghost types because it's like almost Halloween. Or if they'll be like, here is, you know, you can now evolve fully all your like evolutions or whatever. Think I'm starting to get a small following with my builds now. Looks like people like to see the stuff I make. Well, keep making stuff then, man. It only lets me comment on stream once every 10 minutes. That's very weird. That is nothing that I am doing. Yeah, I don't have like a thing that says JD can only. You should be able to comment like a few times. Definitely like there's a certain amount that YouTube Gaming won't let you like go past, but yeah, that's super weird, huh? If you're ever in town, I'll trade you the Mr. Mimes app. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Although to be honest, I'm not super worried about Mr. Mime. I actually think if I really needed to, I could trade someone in my office for it. I've just been super lazy with it, to be honest. Maybe they'll start with Giratina as a raid boss for Halloween. Maybe. I think, though, they're gonna. I do think it could work, though. You're right. My thinking, my thought process is that they're gonna release it like 2 or 3 weeks before Let's Go come out, because they want people to like be fully back immersed in it. Like, because there's like, I kid you not, there's so many people who are just like, oh, I haven't played Pokemon Go since 2016. Like, is it any good? And I have to be like, yeah. It's like there's 2 extra generations of Pokemon, which is just a lot more like fun in general. There's like cool events that usually happen every week or every other week. There's community days where you can get shiny. There's raids, you can get like Mewtwo, and you know, trying to like very tap into their like Gen 1 nostalgia. My point being, though, is I think that's kind of what Niantic's hoping for by releasing Gen 4. Not that the diehard Gen 1ers are like gonna come back for Gen 4, but just like it'll get more people than it would have otherwise. And then just as they're like starting to get kind of maybe like back into it, that's when they're like, and Let's Go happens to drop like a week from now. You should buy a Switch and you should buy a copy of our game, or both. Get the collector's edition, you know? That's how I feel it's gonna go. But yeah, Giratina would I also, though, I don't know. I think they're gonna let you do the evolutions first. I would think that would be my like assumption, but I mean, you really never know. Niantic's kind of funny that way. They kind of always know how to surprise. Like everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna get another ghost event," and they're like, "Nope, psychic." So yeah. Stan, hello, Brian. What's up? How you doing? Brian is flying. Ariados has gone bye-bye. And here's our boy. Yeah, Niantic is unpredictable. And yet they've also, like, definitely been data mined and figured out multiple times before, too. I don't know. I don't think my stuff is all that cool. But hey, then again, not many people can say that they have a secret room in their house. That is true. Basically just you and Teddy Roosevelt. They're getting better on their updates and events to keep the hype. Yeah, I mean, I've honestly, weirdly enough, and I think this is done purposely, I found pre-summer there was actually more stuff. Like, there was the fighting event that happened. There was, like, the Kanto event that happened back in the spring. I personally found that, like, they were actually killing it. It was, like, almost every week there was a new cool thing. It was, like, you can get double XP for this week. You can, you know, yada yada, and so on and so forth. And then I kind of, like, found that as summer came, they made it more, like, bi-weekly or, like, tri-weekly even. Just because I think they know that their numbers go up in the summer regardless, because the weather in most places, at least in North America, get a lot warmer. So I think that's part of it, maybe. But then also, like, it seems like they're getting back ready to, like, you know, do a lot of cool new things, which is very cool. 2 shiny Eevee, oh my god. And that's not even the event. Do you know what the odds are of that happening? Especially in, like, a small town, too. That's crazy. Congratulations, cheerleader. Also, what's up? Good job voicing Marlene and Roy's Pokemon XD review. Very well done. I was not expecting it, too. I know I, like, made that, like, little, like, anecdote to Roy. I was like, you know, surprised you never did it. And then, like, I was not expecting him to actually, like, just the very next video to do that. But, yeah. I'm also getting very hyped up. I know what his Halloween special is going to be. And let me just tell you, you're going to go bananas for it. No, it's not actually DK64. I wish it was, but it is going to be equally as amazing. You might even already know what it is, but nope, there's actually an Ultra Sun. Oh, true. Okay. I was like, man, like, yeah, Go would have been crazy. The doctor said if the airsoft gun was any closer, I'd lose my vision for good. Well, thank God. That's crazy. I have a cool idea. Using the Apple Watch or Android Watch for Megas and Z moves. That would be cool, and maybe they'll find a way to, like, implement that. But I don't know, because they'd have to work with, like, all the... Maybe, though. Maybe. It would be very awesome. I agree with you. And I have to rehydrate, because that Heracross was super hype. Oh, no! I hate these water bottles so much. I need to, like, I've said it a billion times, but when I'm in Tokyo, I'm going to get, like, a really cool water bottle that I can, like, reuse. So I don't have to keep getting... It's really hard to get bottled water downtown. It's very difficult. So I need to definitely stop doing that. But I got, like, 2 or 3 more weeks till I can do that. But yeah, of all the water brands, though, Aquafina is not top tier for me. It's really not. I got it because it was, like, the only thing available, but yeah, not really a big Aquafina guy. One hand. Anywho, we are on 505. Not bad, not bad. We've actually had some pretty decent Heracross encounters so far. Obviously, none have been shiny, but also none have been ridiculously long. So, you know, not a bad thing. The show was so funny earlier. Instead of playing Good Riddance like our tech guy was supposed to during the curtain call, he accidentally played a demo track for Pippin. Oh, that's beautiful. That's wow. Bet you weren't expecting that. Keeping you guys on your toes, you know. That's awesome. Also, the fact that you use Good Riddance as, like, your close song is, like, actually pretty amazing. But yeah, I'm talking generic sounding piano tracks. Even better. Even better. I gotta go. I have to go with my friend to the doctor because he has to get his stitches removed and needs someone to drive. Since I got shot in my non-dominant eye, I'm good to drive. At least you're good to drive. But yeah, no, definitely take care of your friend. More hospital talk, though, which is just, like, crazy. But yeah, take care, JD. Have fun. And, well, I mean, have as much fun as you possibly can in that situation. But have a good night. And maybe I'll see you next week, man. Thanks for swinging by. But I hope this Heracross is shiny after all. I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't one-shotted the Heracross with Psybeam, like, more than once. I definitely did it, and I did it on stream, which is embarrassing. But the fact that I haven't, because it's, like, right there, and it'd be so easy to just, like, keep tapping A. So no Monday streams. No, I've stopped the Monday streams for the time being, as I'm super busy trying to... The Black and White 2 review definitely will, unfortunately, not be coming out before I leave for Japan. But it should hopefully be out, like, not much long after that. Like, I'm just trying to get as much work done on that as possible, given the circumstances. But yeah, I lost so much time on it because of some stuff that just happened these last 2 weekends. Admittedly, one of them was like Thanksgiving, but I didn't really even do a whole lot. But there's some other stuff that happened involving family, and because of that, I unfortunately did not have nearly the amount of time that I had foreseen I would have. But yeah, basically my rationale was that, like, you know, I can get to the very end of making the Black and White 2 video. Like, I know how much work I have to do to get that. With this stream, though, like, doing this, like, shiny hunt specifically, I don't know when it's going to end. It could go on for, like, months, maybe even more than a year. Like, I really don't know. It's kind of just up in the air, right? We're still completely under odds. So, my thinking was, like, I should spend this time, the few time that I do have right now, working on the thing that, like, I know I can get done if I light a fire under my butt, as opposed to the thing... Oh, I was going to use Yawn, but I don't have it, so I guess I'll just use Reflect. But yeah, as opposed to the thing where it's just like, it's completely uncertain, you know? If one thing has to give, I think it is going to be this. But yeah. This Happy Meal forgot my apples and my toy. I'm mad. I just want a Transformer. Who doesn't, though? You know? I'll be back in 30 minutes. Oh, okay. No worries, then. Sorry for the long-winded goodbye. And yo, what's up, Video Master? Video Master killed the radio star. Maybe Espeon will live this now. Maybe. I doubt it. I don't think it's really going to affect this, but maybe we'll get lucky. Nope. It's fine, though. At least we can check it faster in a way. Take us right to that party screen, baby. Still blue. Still blue. Ba-ba-dee-ba-ba-die. Ha! I just bought a Starscream yesterday from McDonald's, or, like, from, like, Toys R Us. I guess Toys R Us is out of commission for you guys still, but it's coming back. I don't know. But yeah. Like a big one, or like a Happy Meal Starscream? Also, yeah, Wetzel. So I hear you're co-rating the next Roy reviews. Is this true? No, Walmart. Oh, okay, fair enough. Also, I don't know why I keep opening my water while I'm like in motion. Like, I'm for these streams, I barely have to use the like, you know, walking function. Mostly I just have to use the D-pad and, like, the A button. And yet, I always choose, for whatever reason, to open my water just as I need both hands. I just wanted a Transformer. Mark Wahlberg did, too. He just wanted a Transformer. Wait, am I really? This is the first time I am Huron? Huron? Like the lake Huron? But yeah, no, he, first time hearing of it. Yeah, he, I don't know, is that not what I inferred from your guys' conversation super late at night the other night? I woke up to it. I woke up to, like, I think it was, like, 100 messages, or 200 or something, in Roy's Discord server, and it sounded like, you know, it sounded like you guys were, like, doing, forging, like, a partnership or something? I don't know. Maybe I just read too much into it. But I saw, like, a Gene Wilder, Mel Brooks style thing, and he seemed to be pretty agreeable to your ideas, so I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. I just hope it keeps on the quality of the XD review, because that was a really good review. Really solid. Like, he's definitely come a very long way since his last Pokemon review. I was quite impressed. The intro had me dying, too. I was not expecting that. Alright, but what I am expecting is this Heracross to be purple, because, you know, 507 or 506 is a great number for that. No, we were just talking and going back and forth with it. Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, my bad. I definitely misinterpreted then. There's a lot of text, alright? But yeah, fair enough. Hunting shiny Stakataka so I can finally get to the end of Ultra Moon. I know, I feel the same. I still haven't beaten those games. Like, their post-game at least in full because of the same thing but with Type Null. It's quite brutal, to be honest. Music's still good, though. Alright, let's go, Verb. Do your thing. They call him Wetzel. Wetzel Woo. Everybody knows that's true. It would be nice to be honest, but I don't think Roy would be down for it. Well, in defense, it is his channel and his vision, right? Like, even I know Roy specifically, I'll work with him, like, writing stuff, and almost every time, I'd say 9 times out of 10, he changes almost everything, even if it's a good idea, because he likes to have ownership over his stuff, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, like, it almost feels like cheating in a way to him if someone else, like, writes something for him or you know, makes something for him or whatever. He's very adverse to it. And so, like, I've offered to edit certain things for him before just because, like, I'm hyped up on them, or write certain things for him, etc. And most of the time, yeah, he's very comfortable just saying, you know, I appreciate it, it's a great idea, but I'd like to try my own kind of hand at it. The one thing I definitely did, okay, I have slipped 2 things in, though. The first one was Mr. Cornman, which is, like, the character that, like, farms and wears the cowboy hat. That was definitely I created, and I asked him specifically, like, back in February or something, to, like, put that in his next review, and it took that long to get a review, but finally I got Mr. Cornman. And then the second thing was that K. Rool, him dancing in, like, the green, like, leotard thing. That was completely, like, not completely, but I definitely proposed that as, like, a joke, not being really that serious. I was like, this K. Rool theme is so good, you should dance to it while playing DK64. The green uniform was completely on him, and, like, the way he danced I was not expecting. I didn't even think he'd do that, but I was like, that would be a great way to intro a Roy Responds. And then, like, a week later, there it was. His videos are the best. Yo, what's up? How's it going? JC Trainers Union, a.k.a. Kaninj. What's up, man? Kind of disappointed that Roy didn't even use the Oni-chans I recorded for him. That's because Roy is afraid, okay? Roy is afraid of anything that is anything to do with anime. Doesn't even matter. Every time I even say I'm going to Japan, he like, loses it. Which, admittedly, I've been kind of like a dork about. I definitely, as it's getting closer and closer, I've been talking about it more. And so maybe it's just he's sick of me talking about it. But either way, yeah, he's not an anime guy. And that's definitely a very anime-esque thing. But, yeah. I just like a nice story, and I always go back and forth with Roy, one creator to another. Now, if he does the banana eating gag, that is all me, bro. It remains to be seen, man. We'll see. Fear me, Mortal Coon. My boy! Exploring with R. How's it going, man? Yo, just in time for us to catch this 507th Heracross. I'm not going to fail it, I promise. Well, I shouldn't do that because I have failed. But, no, this one I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to make sure it goes through just for you. Just for you. If I fail this, it'll be even that much more embarrassing now. See, now I can have a sip of water. Because, like, it's just cutscenes. Well, not cutscenes, but you know what I mean. Nothing really to do. I gotta tap the A button. That's it. Yeah. Also, the Overwatch Halloween event started up yesterday. I'm rocking my Mercy shirt again. I think this definitely is not the first time I've worn my breast cancer Mercy shirt. But, yeah. Sending you all my double shiny Eevee luck. That is very lucky, mind you, for sure. I definitely, if it was like Pokemon Go shiny luck though, I would have like lost it. I would like that was still that's crazy. I'm sure someone in the world that happened to. But yeah, the odds are ridiculous. One of them was random as I was walking back to the Pokemon Center for the first one. Oh my god. That's actually that's still really, really cool. I definitely have still yet to really have anything like that happen to me in a main series game. So I'm a little jelly. Roy has a style to him, and I hope he keeps with it. I've been working on my own screenplay, and I like going back and forth while I write. It's how Brooks and Wilder did it. Classic Brooks and Wilder. I mean, so in that relationship, who's Brooks and who's Wilder between you and Roy? Wetzel? I'm curious. Because Mel Brooks was more like the director, like, behind-the-scenes kind of producer guy, right? Where, like, I know he acted some, too, but, like, wasn't he primarily, like, behind-the-scenes? And then Gene Hackman, obviously, is, like... Or, not Gene Wilder, apologies, was obviously, like, you know, big comedic actor. I'm taking my Silver Boys into my new playthrough. Beautiful. Beautiful. What are you going to evolve them into? Do you know yet? Or is it going to be Espeon, Umbreon? Glaceon, and, I almost said Flareon. I mean, Fire and Ice has a nice, like, kind of, you know, split to it, I guess, is pretty cool. But, I meant Leafeon and Glaceon, for sure. Originally, at least. Mortal Kombat! Mortal Kombat bet. But, Verb, I want you to hit with a slam. Oh, Maribel, you're dead, dude. This is the first time you've died in a while, actually. Maybe since the stream started. Alright. Send you out. Umbreon and Espeon. It's my first shiny Espeon. That's awesome. That is, that's like the most iconic pair, in my opinion, for sure. Again, I think the Fire and Ice thing is actually, like, pretty cool. But I definitely also recognize that... Oh. What did I just do? Did I just hit Call? Did I hit Call or did I hit Slam? I actually don't know. Might have gotten that mixed up because the Ampharos threw me off. Wow, maybe I will fail it after all. Or not. Or not. Doesn't even matter. Do your worst. We already caught it. Well, they were both writers. Mel was the director. They both produced other works. Oh, true. Okay, okay. But so I still mean, though, like, who would be more the actor and who would be more, like, the director then, between you guys? I just want to know who you would be and who Roy would be in that relationship. That's all. Just very curious on the dynamic of it. Have you seen Young Frankenstein? I actually haven't. I haven't. Sorry, I'm just itching my ankle. But, yeah, no, I haven't seen that. I haven't really seen most of the Mel Brooks stuff, weirdly enough. I apologize, but yeah, I just never really, my parents didn't, like, grow up on that stuff, and they didn't really share it with me, and Nad never really, like, you know. Oh, I guess you have seen it, but she never, like really wanted me to watch it or anything, so yeah, I never really did, but I'm aware of it. I'd be more Mel. Okay, I see. So Roy's like the ham, right? He's like the Willy Wonka, and then you're more like the visionary. I will say, at least like those 4 Pokeballs on the wall, they do look very nice. When I run past, I'm like, that looks cool. Looks very cool. Mind you, I'm getting a little overly familiar with the room at this point, but, you know. But yeah, Nad didn't like it. I mean, everyone has different comedic tastes and values, right? And it's definitely from another time. That's for sure. From what I've heard of it. Again, I haven't really seen it, but yeah. I chose Rowlet this time through and named him Harold. Harold? Harold? Why not Arnold? Then you could have been like, hey, Arnold. But unfortunately, we'll never know. We'll never know what a world that could have been. It's really a shame. It's really a shame. But c'est la vie. Sorry, just checking something. All right, here we go, baby. I'm just, you know what? It's still good though. At least he hasn't thrown out like a shiny Heracross either. That would hurt. But my Armaldo is Arnold. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to try to, you know, tamper with the memory of a beautiful Armaldo like that. But both great names. Definitely both great names. A critical hit. Another one. Wow. Been a lot of criticals from Masquerain today. Let's go. Number 508. I have a shiny one named Robin Hoot. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely, though, It's fairly common for shiny Rowlets, weirdly enough. I've seen that one a few times. Oh, wow, we got that really fast. Not that that takes anything away from it, but there's just, I don't know, I've talked about this before, how, like, certain shinies get, like, certain nicknames that are always, like, transcribed to them. Like, for Alligator, always gets, like, Gatorade, because, you know, it's kind of like that nice, cool blue color of, like, the most popular of Gatorades. And then, what are some other ones that I have seen? They definitely exist, I promise. I've seen, like, people name Dragonite, like, Reptar before, or Barney. Those are two popular ones. I've seen, I think people have named Espeon Marvin. I've definitely seen, like, Wartortles and Blastoises named after Ninja Turtles. I myself actually did that. I named my Wartortle Donatello, I think? Or, no, Leonardo. Yeah. Okay, there was a scene that they were writing during the movie, and Mel was like, I don't know about this part. Well, it was like, it's funny, Mel. It was like, it's not that great. Well, they start fighting like cats and dogs. Wetzel, are you a biographer of Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder? Shiny Incineroar is commonly Kit Kat white. Is it really? I didn't even know that one. Interesting. Huh. I'm trying to think of other ones that I've definitely, like, heard a few times, that people always suggest. But yeah, I'm actually, weirdly enough, I'm kind of having a hard time. Well, Trump was a huge one for, oh my god, how can I not remember it right now? Not Zangoose. Everyone knows which one I'm talking about. Why can I not remember it or its evolution right now? You guys know which one I'm talking about, though. It's the Rattata of Gen 7. It's really embarrassing that I can't think of its name right now, actually. As soon as someone says it, I'm gonna, like, slap myself because of, like, how awful it is that I cannot remember. Yeah, Yungoos? And then Gumshoes. Yeah. Both of those. I notice a lot of people name their shinies Trump. Or just, in general, that Pokemon. That's, like, a name that sticks to it. But, yes. I even named mine, like, Tiffany or Tiff or something after, like, Trump's daughter. Because I was like, well, Trump's, like, too overplayed. But people really wanted me to, like, throw, like, a... Anyway. But, yes, it was definitely that line. How embarrassing. Boom, boom. Alright, so we got 508. Now it's time for 509. It became one of the most iconic scenes. Wetzel, you should really do like a Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks podcast, man. You seem very knowledgeable about them. I had no idea any of this information. Oh, we're so close. I was hoping not to jinx it, and then it didn't go anyway. Oof. All right. Let's try ball number 2. I used to name my Pokemon after customers that walked into our Starbucks. That's a great nicknaming method, I have to say. Also, shoutouts to Lewis Borgmink for subscribing. Thank you so much, Lewis, and welcome to the Stampede. I hope I pronounced your last name proper there. Apologies if I did not. A girl walked in once and was actually named Ilomise, like a 30-year-old woman. Really? Mel Brooks is one of my favorite directors. Why not? Well, then maybe the podcast doesn't work so much as like a just Mel Brooks thing. But if you have multiple favorite directors, maybe you can just do like, you know, Protector on directors, and you're like the Protector or something, and you have a podcast about like, excuse me, just some of those like movie magic moments, you know? Maybe that's the name of the podcast. Maybe it's Movie Magic Moments with Wetzel. I don't know. These are all ideas. You know, definitely do not have to listen to me. But I know you love creating things, and it sounds like you're just like an encyclopedia of like filmmaking knowledge. And I think you should, rather than like, you know, specifically, I love hearing about it, but I definitely think that like there might be, you know, an avenue where you can really explore your love of that stuff. That's all. But yeah, the Illumise thing is crazy. I grew up watching his movies. He had a style to him that lasts to this day. Well, he's not dead yet, right, Mel Brooks? Or is he? I don't know. I don't think he's dead. I think he's very old, but not dead. I'm an encyclopedia of bad Starbucks orders. I feel like Nad can relate slightly to that. Movie magic, you're onto something. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. You seem like you're very passionate about it, and yeah. If, like, you can find ways to, like, talk about it in, you know, a Pokemon stream trying to get this shiny Heracross, then I'm sure you could probably go for, like, hours just talking about, you know, all these, like, iconic scenes and, like, moments and just conversations that happen that kind of shape film history, you know? He is still alive. He does things here and there. That's great. That's great. He was on Curb Your Enthusiasm, I think, in, like, season 3. Ba-ba-ba-ba-doo. Biddy-boo-boo-doo-boo. Alright. About to hit 510. We're doing pretty good. Doing very well. These have all been very fast. Like, I don't even think one has gone past 3 encounters, if I'm being honest, which, very rare. We've only had Ampharos die, like, once in the first 10. So, like, though we're not hitting on, like, every single one, still pretty good. But yeah. Oh, also Tuck, yeah, maybe you might be able to convince Roy, because I know he's like very into like filmmaking as well. He's taken like, he took that in college and like is taking that in a lot of just like local stuff as well, like courses after hours. I don't know. Maybe that's the match right there. Just throwing it out there. He's a busy guy though. I know that. He's actually been very consistent doing his YouTube stuff. I have to give him credit where credit's due. Was not expecting that Pokemon XD video to come out as quick as it did. Definitely thought he would like find an excuse to like postpone it, and it came out even before. I literally asked him on Discord, I'm like, so how's the XD review going? He's like, oh, not so good. It literally uploaded like 2 minutes later, and I was like, you mother, you know. Yo, what's up, Mega Bird? Lucario, Heracross, or Blaziken? I have to say Heracross just because of like, you know, it just went in the ball first try. No. You know, honestly, I'm probably going to give the edge to Heracross. Still, even among those 3. Regardless of how, you know, I feel about this hunt and its shiny in this game and becoming my Ribbon Master and stuff. I honestly really, really just like Heracross. I think it's one of those super unique Pokemon. It's probably in my top 50. I don't think it would be, like, my top 10 or even my top 20, but it's definitely, like, among my top 50. It's got such a great design. But yeah. Yo, Ernie! I don't know why my voice like went weird like that, but what's up, Ernie Boy 140? We had someone try to order a burrito through the drive-thru. What? At Starbucks? But yeah, no, Roy, I was just saying, Tuck was actually just talking to me about he's thinking about starting maybe a well, he brought up Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder, and was telling me some like really good stories about like their interactions, and I'd mentioned like I saw your guys' conversation about all that. He's just really on a big Mel Brooks like and Gene Wilder hype train right now, and so I told him maybe he should like start a podcast or something, even a YouTube series, I don't know, about like the history, because he was telling me all these like facts about Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks, and they're like super interesting. Yo, what's up, Atlas? How's it going? Anyway, I was saying that maybe... Oh, he's still going. Also, Blazing Saddle's first movie to ever have a fart scene. Really? Wow. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Wow. Dude, I'm learning so much. Like, I swear. Gene Wilder's a bad actor. Dude, he's Willy Wonka, though. Is he really? I think that's fighting words. But yeah, bro, you're telling me you couldn't just tack on an Oni-chan at the very end of the video? Like, the very last thing you hear? At the very least? Water is delicious. Blaziken is one of my absolute favorite starter Pokemon. I loved Blaziken as a kid, but it just, like, it didn't age well for me. Maybe it's because it was, like, with the Speed Boost one that they gave out to, like, everybody, it just became kind of broken for a little bit. And I don't know, I just, yeah. When I, like, got back into Pokemon, like, a few years ago, not a few years, at this point it's been almost a decade, but when I was 18, I got, like, super back into Pokemon, and that was around, like, the end of Gen 5, start of Gen 6, and yeah, ever since I've really, really, like, just not been as big on Blaziken. My loyalty, after, like, that renaissance, my loyalty shifted a lot from, like, it was always fire starters, like, for Gens 1 through 4, and then it really started to, like, rest on grass starters, I guess. And even, like, retroactively, I went back and, like, I really found a new love for Bulbasaur and Chikorita. Trico and Sceptile are, like, you know, some of my favorites ever. And then, yeah, Turtwig especially, and Torterra. Torterra is, like, my second favorite starter of all time. Probably still, even with, like, Rowlet, who I love. I love Rowlet so much, but even despite Rowlet, I think Torterra is still a lock for number 2. Rowlet's probably top 5 now, though. Burger specifically. You guys, you diehards know Burger. Yo, what's up, Jason? How's it going, man? Goodbye, Nadia. Chikorita's a bad starter. Yeah, stats-wise, and, like, also I learned the hard way on stream how much of a pain it can be against Bugsy's gym in the original games. But, I still like it. I think that, yeah, it's not, like, the greatest one, and I admit that. It was not on... Well, Bayleaf actually is on my top 10. It is among my top 10. But Chikorita itself and, like, Meganium don't really, like, crack that for me. Bayleaf I just love because the anime, because Ash had one, and, like, also Casey's one. But, anyway, besides the point. The thing is, I like Bayleaf, but I like it for, like, dumb reasons, not, like, actual, like, in-game, you know, reasons, I guess. Popplio is actually really good. I genuinely do really enjoy Popplio. If Rowlet wasn't, like, I've said this many times, but, like, if Rowlet wasn't such a perfect match for me as a human being, like, as I just said, I kind of fell into a way with grass-type Pokemon starters, where I just, like, I really love them. And then, owls are, like, my favorite animal. Like, snowy owls are my favorite animal, which I know Rowlet is not that, but still, pretty close. And, yeah, ever since, I've just been, like, I knew when they were, like, it's a grass owl, it might have ghost typing. I was hooked. It really didn't even matter the typing, to be honest. Like, it didn't even have to be ghost. I was kind of hoping it'd be ice grass, maybe. That'd be, well, very bad against fire, so they'd probably never do that for a starter. But, excuse me. But yeah, ice grass, if it had turned into a snowy owl, that could have been very cool. I don't know. But Atlas is like, Atlas, I love you, but Rowlet is like a match. Just, I couldn't have asked for a better, you know, starter for myself in terms of, like, what I like from Pokemon and from just nature, I guess. I don't know. Generation 2 starter Pokemon are my least favorite starter Pokemon. I've never cared for Totodile, Cyndaquil, or Chikorita. Cyndaquil will always be my favorite just because it was my first, right? That's, I think, a pretty reasonable explanation. Mudkip also is on my top 10. I do love Mudkip. It's just adorable. It's not even, like, a great reason for it. I just love it. Like, it's just a great Pokemon that's adorable as heck. Like, now that we're approaching fall, what is your take on the fact that it's been 2 years since you first began regular Pokemon streaming with X and Y? That's actually a great question, Roy. You're absolutely correct. This would be the month 2 years ago in 2016 where I started streaming regularly for the first time. Yeah, like, I never even thought of that, but we're probably either at my anniversary of doing such thing or getting real close to it. And that's kind of terrifying in a way, because it still kind of feels like it's a part of my life, even though it's not really, because I don't stream and I don't upload nearly even close to the level I've done either at, especially the uploading thing. But even streaming is like, yeah, you know, it went from 3 or 4 days a week to like 1 a week. And the streams themselves went from like sometimes 10 hours to, you know, 2 usually, 2 to 3. So yeah, it's feels weird, I guess. I honestly wasn't mentally like ready for that question, I guess. But it's a very good one because it has been a while. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy just to think that like Sun and Moon are going to be 2 years old. Like that time of like me dyeing my hair and working at Hot Topic and the Jack Frost stream and meeting everybody, really like a lot of people for the first time. Yeah, that's so weird. And like the days of Yonder of like the 2,000 people like viewer stream, and it's just, yeah, it's very different for sure. But I also think that overall I'm probably at the best place in my life. Like, so although like I'm definitely nostalgic for those days, and there's obviously some really great aspects of them, just the hype and just like the adrenaline of all of that happening so suddenly was like such a rush. But and just learning new things in terms of streaming. But now I'm learning new things in like so many other facets of life, and I just, yeah, I have more time for me, which is a good thing, I think, honestly. Like, I think it's helped me get more sane, you know? No, you didn't overload my brain. It's just, it was really crazy that it's been almost that long. Time just goes by so fast, man. Because, like, when I did that, I was, like, already almost 2 years out of school. So it's, like, to think that I've been out of college for almost 4 years is, like, that's also very scary. Because that means I've been out of high school for, you know what I mean? Like, even more time than that. And it's just, yeah. I can go tell you movie facts and behind the scenes all day, dude. I buy versions of movies just to get commentary. Dude, I'm a geek, a freak, a nerd, and a huge movie buff. You're also the owner of a cool cabinet, so don't leave that out in your bio. For sure, do not leave that out. But, yeah, no, I think that's awesome, Wetzel. I think that's awesome. You're killing it, man. Did you tell Roy about your podcast thing? That is crazy. It's only been 2 years, the good old days. Yeah, but again, to me, it's like, they were good for, like, very specific reasons, obviously. But I think overall, I'm much happier and much more, like, fulfilled now than I was even back then. Again, the adrenaline of that can maybe never be matched. That might be the highest point of adrenaline that I will ever experience in my life, in terms of just, like, the sheer magnitude of love and support and viewership and, like, all of that happening, like, within, like, I went from, like, you know more than anybody, like, you know, there were months where I was getting, like, less people than are currently watching this stream, and then, like, a month later, it was, like, up to, like, 1,500, and then, like, 2,000, and then, like I've said before, I think the most we ever got up to was just shy of 3,000 viewers, like, at once, concurrently, and that's just insane. That's just insane, like, so, yeah, I mean, like, that part of it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to recapture, like, to that point, but I think overall, like, I'm going on this trip, and I'm not, like, worried or stressed about it, because, like, money, I'm going, like, I'm in a job that I love with new people that I'm learning about every day and learning skills from every single day. Even though, you know, not every week's going to be, like, the best week, but overall, I think it's just, like, such a great place I work, and I'm very lucky. I'm in, like, a city, and I don't know, I feel like I just know, like, I feel a lot happier and just, like, less stressed about things. Because I will say this, too, when you're, like, doing that crazy that fast, you really do, like, the whole time you're kind of just worrying about maintaining it, and honestly there's nothing you really can do to maintain it to that level ever. Could I have done things a lot better? Absolutely, but, like, there was no chance in hell that I was ever gonna, like, maintain it, and I knew that, but I was so worried about it that it kind of just, like, didn't even allow me to enjoy it properly. Like, it's super weird, but that's why I also think that, like, I think it's actually, like, a curse to win the lottery or something. Because it's like, if you, over time, accumulate, like, wealth to that degree, you kind of know, like, you've lasted through it, you've kind of gotten used to it a bit, your life has, like, gradually changed. Where, like, for me, my life was, like, completely different. In, like, you know, we were gaining, like, 4,000 new subs a night, like, a stream. Like, that's insane to me. But anyway, I'm kind of, like, humble bragging a little bit, but the fact remains, like, yeah, it was a crazy time, and it's just crazy that it's been, like, 2 years. I remember I first found Stan because I was waiting to get an Xbox One for Christmas of 2016, and I was looking around on YouTube and found Stan. Until this day, he's the only streamer I've watched. Oh, but thank you, Jason. That actually means a lot, dude. Thank you so much. Well, what made me realize the 2-year mark was I was like, wow, I've known Stan for 4 years. Then the crazy thought was I knew Stan for 2 years when he started streaming, and now it's been 2 more. That is crazy. I mean, yeah, we had our comment-versary, like, you know, at the beginning of this month, I think, or late September. Either way, it's like, yeah, the first real comment that I noticed and like interacted with was around this time 4 years ago. So I've known Roy over 4 years now, which means like, Roy, we've basically like gone through high school together, YouTube high school, and now we're you know, we've both. Well, actually no, I was actually just saying before you popped in here that you've been really killing it with the uploads and like the consistency, and I'm kind of honestly a little surprised, but in the best way possible, of how well you've maintained your schedule. Like, I was not expecting it, to be honest. Remember when I was spamming attention? Stan, crazy time, only mod in chat, and we were on the front page of YouTube. It's a crazy time, yeah, man. Yeah, no, I mean, we were #1 on YouTube gaming at one point, which is like, now that would be absolutely impossible. Even if I was able to like reach that height again, it wouldn't be, because like they have so many deals with like special things, and there's so many like people who have kind of been turned on to streaming or tuned into streaming that weren't back then, who like, you know, if like Markiplier just wants to stream on YouTube, he's obviously going to pull in more just because of his like his audience, right? Like, and that's kind of, you see that more and more now. People are like, wow, I can keep invested with my audience when not even editing and like uploading a video like in real time. That's great, and I think it's a great tool, and I love streaming. But I'm just saying, like, we could like, I don't know if a Pokemon channel will ever get to like #1 again, unless it's like from Pokemon Official or like IGN or something. But I don't know if you'd ever have like just a guy shiny hunting at like the #1 spot again. But again, unless that was like someone who had like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subs, and had like a very active fan base, right? Maybe it's possible if they just happened, that was their lane. But for us, it'd be nearly impossible, I think, to ever get to that point again. Happy Wednesday, what's up? How's it going, Melissa? Pretty good, pretty good. Week has been, it's good. It was a short week because it was Thanksgiving here in Canada on Monday, so I have not had to be in the office as much as your typical week so far. If you don't mind me asking, how's the job going, and are there any The Score Esports videos that you will be talking in, etc.? I'm not really hosting anything. I think like at some point the plan might be for me to like fill in for like some of the other hosts and get like training that way, because YouTube is one thing, you get like unlimited takes and time to like make your voice the way you want it, but the thing about like doing it for like The Score and a business of like that magnitude is just that like you have to be very quick and very concise. And I was on camera for like a little bit, we were like doing some tests and stuff, and I just like, I'm more of a perfectionist and was having trouble like adapting on the fly in the way that like, it's kind of a learned skill that I just don't have currently. But I think the plan is like, we are going to work on it, and you know, kind of hopefully grow it into something that is going to make it into some of the series and stuff. But for now, I think they're really like just trying to build up the current like kind of paradigm they have, and I have no problem with that, because I think like the guys I work with who do host are incredible at it. They're like naturally super gifted at like improvisation and, you know, that stuff where I might not be to that degree. And I don't mind editing, because I actually am learning still like quite a bit just from the editing front and like playing around in After Effects and all that good stuff. So hopefully one day, but for now, I probably not for the rest of this year, I would say at least. Maybe going into the next year, we'll shift some stuff up. But I think for the rest of this year, we already know like what we'll be working on till like 2019, and it's just like, I don't know if I'll even have time to host other stuff, because it's gonna be very busy. Yeah, you're killing it, Roy. You're killing it, dude. Yeah, I agree. You're actually at the level of consistency of like Royboy 2015, but your quality is like 1,000 times better. If you don't mind me asking how... Oh, sorry. I already read that one. But yeah, PewDiePie shiny hunting. Like, if he chose to do that, then yeah. And the thing is, with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee coming out, it'll be a lot easier for people to stream it, because you just need a capture card. Like, everybody has a capture card if you're a big YouTuber who's in gaming. Like, that's just kind of a part of it, in my opinion at least. Whereas not every YouTuber who's in gaming is going to have a 3DS capture card. And so I noticed that happened a lot when Sun and Moon came out. I noticed a lot of bigger people wanted to like stream those games, but couldn't do so because like they couldn't get their hands on a capture card fast enough to make it like worthwhile. And so they just kind of were like, whatever, and just kind of gave up on it. That will not be the case with the Switch, though. Like, you could see if PewDiePie, like, wants to get back into it and loves Pokemon, he could just stream that. Like, there's nothing stopping him now. There's no, like, barrier to entry, right? There's no gatekeeping, essentially. And I think that's a good thing. But I do think, like anything else on YouTube, it definitely limits the, you know, overnight success stories like I kind of went through for that, like, period that you see, right? Like, I don't think you're going to have as much, like, small people growing a fan base as you're going to see the already big people just getting big. It's capitalism at its finest, basically. But there's nothing wrong with that. And I think, again, it's a good thing that more people are going to be able to stream their experiences with the games. But it just, yeah, I think it's going to change things up. And you could see potentially, like, a Jacksepticeye stream it, or someone who loves Pokemon, but maybe that's not their bread and butter, but is like, you know what, I'm going to do a chill Let's Go stream, because I love that game, I have a Switch, like, I don't know, you'll see it, trust me. You could practice changing your method at home if you really wanted. That is true. That is actually very true, but honestly, it's just, I don't know if I necessarily have, like, that amount of time to just, like, actively work on it. It sounds like easy. It's like just do an hour a day. But, like, you know, I'm already giving up an hour a day for a workout and an hour of a day or multiple hours of a day to, you know, working on Black and White 2 or streaming or writing or planning for this trip or whatever. And again, I know you're not saying specifically right now, but just, yeah, it's a busy time. Call me Carl. YouTube needs to convert to neo-Marxism only. Oh, my God. It may be 1 week until we get the keys and parking passes. Nice. Nice. Good news, I don't have to crash my sisters that much longer because of the condo. That's actually amazing. And sorry I didn't read that as fast as I read it out of order is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Also, do not go to the netball. Go to Thunderwave. Perfect. But yeah, so Roy Boy, what is next? Even though I am very well aware of what your Halloween review is going to be. And as I told Squid earlier, it's going to be bananas. Baneanas. So yeah. So yeah, what can we look forward to with the old Roy Boy going forward on this consistent schedule? Give us the dirt, man. Spill that tea. Oh my God. You know it's not, Roy. It's not. But I will tell you if this netball catches. Is it Donkey Kong Country Twilight Princess? It is not. It is not. I wish it was, but sadly it's not. Well, we'll have a nice filler countdown to help pass the time coming out a week from Sunday. Nice. Nice. Is the countdown top 10 reasons I cut Squid's line from the XD review? Is it a SpongeBob Halloween special? That'd be pretty cool. I don't believe it is, but that'd be very cool. Then the Halloween video will be out sometime past the 25th of October. Tropical Freeze. Well, I just said, but you said DKC TP, not TF. Can't blame a guy for. I mean, I kind of thought maybe that's where you're headed, but I was like, maybe she's making like, because Roy mentioned Zelda. I don't know. It blended together in my mind. But yeah. And the Halloween video is going to involve what, Roy? Top 10 reasons. Top 10 listens. Navi is probably number 1, right? Hey, listen. I typed TP so much that it autocorrected it. Because toilet paper? No, I don't know. But yeah, no, that's funny. Yeah, I just was like, TP? Weird. Weird. But I assume it's fine. Anyway. 5:14. In the books. Got 11 more. More than halfway. More than halfway. Stan, you gonna see the Bohemian Rhapsody movie? Maybe. I still need to see A Star Is Born. I do genuinely want to see that. I'll probably wait for it to come out on video, though, because the theater's far from where I live now. But, yeah, I do genuinely want to see A Star Is Born. There was another movie too that came out. Was it Crazy Rich Asians? I do want to see that. Yeah, it's probably that. No, I feel like there's even another one that came out, and I really wanted to see it, and I didn't. and I should have, but can't think of it right now. Oh, I want to see the new Halloween movie with like Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, I tried to get tickets for it for TIFF, and they were all sold out, and I had no shot really. That I don't know why I ever believed I did have a shot, but anyway, yeah, I want to see it because I actually liked the first one, and I heard this one's like pretty good, like pretty decent. The last Halloween special would have been 3 years ago, so I gotta equal that crazy vid that I regret making. Elmo teaches typing. It could be. It'll involve craziness and cringe, plenty of cringe. Why don't you hit up Tuk Tuk and have you guys collaborate on it? I think that would be a great way to, you know, make it really feel special. The only movies I really want to see right now are Aquaman and Mary Poppins Returns. I still don't know about Aquaman. I saw the like 5-minute trailer, which first of all, why would you give us a 5-minute trailer? Like, that's just, I don't like that. You know, remember earlier how I was saying, like, I don't like when Pokemon spoils too much of stuff in trailers before the game comes out. Like, I feel like they did that with Aquaman way too much. But regardless of even that, I like Jason Momoa in the role. I think the cast looks fine. I just, again, DC, man, I just don't trust him. I don't trust him. I wouldn't want to tarnish Tuk Tuk's brand with this trash. Well, you should talk to him, man, because I think that he made it seem like he really wants to help you out earlier in the stream. I don't know if you can like go back through comments, but he definitely sounded like he was into the idea at least. And maybe have you on the podcast for like the movie magic. The 5-minute trailer's got everyone hyped up for it. I know, and like that's why I'm scared of it, because it's like I guess they felt that their movie wasn't hyped enough, and so they needed to like do that to get it's the same reason apparently they put Doomsday in the Batman vs Superman trailer and basically gave the entire plot of the movie away, like even having Wonder Woman like pop up, which we knew Wonder Woman was in it, so that's not like a huge spoiler, but like they put Doomsday in it apparently because they were like, well, we're really afraid of how this movie's doing, so we need to like get like the hardcore people super involved so they won't skip it, and that's scary. Hello, Zane. How was your Mewtwo triple, man? I saw it just before I went live that you were doing that, and it's no worries. You never have to apologize for missing a stream. And you're back as well, JD. What's up, man? It was a really good trailer. I thought it was all right. I mean, I definitely, again, I think like Momoa is great as Aquaman. Like, I am on board for that. And I think like Atlantis could be very, very cool. But I don't know. I'm still gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on it. BVS shall not be acknowledged. I wish we didn't have to, but ugh. Got all 3, but they had crap IVs. Oh man. Oh, man. Well, the good news is, Zane, soon enough, you'll maybe have a Gen 4 Pokemon to go after. I think Momoa is good as a dying barbarian dude that stays on life support too long. Are you talking about Game of Thrones, like Khal Drogo? Have you seen Venom? I did not see Venom. I did not see Venom. No. Which is funny, because Venom is probably, like, my favorite Spider-Man villain. Like, I loved Venom as a kid. I was so stoked for like, the first thing that I was ever hyped for and counted the days down for in my entire life was Spider-Man 3, like the 2007. The Comic-Con trailer that, like, leaked for that was, like, right around the time when I had, like, actually good internet in my house, and I watched that trailer, like, every day, like, waiting for that movie. I read some of the comics. I watched like the animated series that had been out up until that point. Like, I was so into that like character and like that world, and then nothing about this movie other than, again, the cast seems great, but everything else pointed to me like this movie should not be coming out right now. Mind you, I heard some people actually enjoyed it, and like all the power to them, but I wasn't gonna go to my way to see it, I guess, is what I'm getting at. I can't stand Batman vs Superman because my rabbit died right before I saw that movie. My brother took me to that to cheer me up. Didn't work very well. Yeah, no, that is definitely not the movie universe for a grieving pet owner, for sure. I think Aquaman will probably suck because every DCEU movie besides Wonder Woman sucked. Jason Momoa is Samoan, right? I think he has a little bit in him, yeah. But yeah, no. Honestly, I think Wonder Woman was like as good as it possibly could have been. I still think it's a very overrated movie though. Like, I'm very happy with what it did for like movies in general, like just showing studios that like, yeah, female driven films can work amazingly well. And there were some great scenes in it. I loved all the stuff on like Themyscira. I thought the first act was the best act. And then the third, so generic and so like mid 2000s, very like what I've heard the criticism of Venom. But people are like, well, Gal Gadot is so charismatic and it's so refreshing to see a woman kicking butt that it's like, I don't know. To me, Wonder Woman is like, it's like a C for me. Maybe a C plus. C plus, B minus. It's good. I would put it in the same category as like the first Thor movie. It feels very much to me like that, where it's like, it's good. I did not regret seeing it in theaters. It had great action stuff. Again, charismatic lead. But I don't think it revolutionized the wheel in the way a lot of people like made it seem it did. Her score though too, the music in it was fantastic too. I give it that. It was funny too, and Chris Pine rather was really great in it, and like their chemistry was very, very well done. Again, I love that first act, like when they're in the boat and stuff. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I think its wings grew too big or something. I don't know. I'm skipping Venom, but I can't wait for the Spider-Verse movie. Same. DC should attempt a live-action Death of Superman movie, especially after they made a good animated version. Yeah, well, didn't Zack Snyder kind of already, like, ruin that, though, with the end of Batman vs. Superman? I don't know. I don't mean to, like, sit here and hate on DC, because I watched the first, like, full 2 seasons of The Flash. I kind of gave up on it after that, because I got just sick of a lot of the recurring stuff of the CW-ness of that show. But I loved the first season, especially of Flash. I love all the animated stuff that they do. I enjoy some of the Batman movies. Like I really like The Dark Knight. I think that still is the best superhero movie that was ever made. It doesn't really feel like a superhero movie, but I think like it's so good. Like it's so captivating. Yeah, brilliant movie. But yeah, so I have no ill will against DC. Like I'm a Marvel guy, but I really would love to see, like, I love Green Lantern. I would love to see like a proper Green Lantern movie done right. But we'll see. I got shot in the eye with an airsoft gun right before I saw Venom, so it was kind of hard to watch it. You were just... When did this happen, man? Flash sucks now. Flash is dead. Stopping after season 2 was the wisest decision. I just, like... It was like, everyone's got powers. Here's powers. Oh, another Harrison Wells. Oh, we're messing with the time stream again, so nothing makes sense or matters. You know what? To be honest, that was my biggest gripe with it. Was the end, like the finale of season 2, when it's like all this stuff that happened that we spent time on just gets retconned. It just gets done with. And then apparently the season 3 premiere undoes the retcon. Like it, I don't know. It feels so disjointed and again, just bloated. Like it's the problem of it being a like 26 episode, maybe 22, but like 22 episode season. Like it shouldn't be that. They should, even network TV or cable TV should like dwindle it down, get it down to like 13. That would be perfect. Let your writers like breathe and like make only important stuff. Even some shows 13 is too much. Like Luke Cage, the first season, 13 was too much for that show. Should have been like 7. But you know, you got a quota to fill, I guess, right? Stan, what if I told you they brought in a third Harrison Wells? No, I know they did. Like, that's why I was like, in the off season between the 2 seasons, I was just like, nah, like, I'm done with this show. I cannot watch this show anymore. And like, my thing with The Flash, again, was always, I've said this to Roy a few times and probably even on stream, but like, it's the whole, like, they're in the lab and the whole thing about Flash is Barry's head gets too big, his ego gets too big. He's like, I'm the fastest man alive. I can do anything. I beat all these villains like in the last 3 weeks. And then something crazy happens, and then he's just like, oh, shucks, I gotta learn humility. Or the reverse happens, where it's like he gets beaten badly, and then he's like, oh, I got really beaten badly last week. Joe, I don't know if I can go on. Like, I don't know if I have what it takes, you know? This person wouldn't have done that. Like, they wouldn't have frozen up. They wouldn't have, whatever it is, like, they wouldn't have failed. And then Joe's like, hey, Bear, can I talk to you for a moment? And they, like, go out of the room, sit on the steps, and Joe's just like, Bear, you know, you gotta you gotta just know your worth, man. Like, you got a good heart. You got that from your parents. And then it ends with, like, Barry being like, no, Joe, I got that from you. And then it's like, you know, a nice little moment. And then he walks back in and Joe just kind of looks on like, that's my son. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I'm not fast enough. I'm not fast enough. I'm not fast. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're bringing in a fourth Harrison Wells? What? I don't like the Flash show. My big problem with superhero TV shows is that the people they cast to play the heroes never feel like the heroes, just through a costume. I don't know about that. I liked Grant Gustin fine. Again, the first season I love. I actually think, barring like Daredevil and maybe Jessica Jones, it's probably my favorite season of like superhero television, like ever. Like, I think it's very tight. It's, especially again for like 22 episodes, kept me hooked, kept me like excited. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the first season. Second season, it went from like an A to like a C, and then from what I hear, it just keeps getting worse and worse. I think the first Flash season is a masterpiece. Well, the first season, they actually took an old movie script. So it was supposed to be a movie. Like, that whole script with like the Mentor and Star Labs, that was supposed to be like an origin movie for the Flash in like the mid to late 2000s decade. And then they repurposed it into a series. And that's why I think it's so strong, because they had so much time to like work on it and get it right. Whereas once it was a hit, they like the ball kept rolling and you can't stop the ball. Like, you have to keep going. And especially with time travel, you start creating all sorts of convoluted, nonsensical stuff that you just, you know, you're just trying to get through, I guess. I don't know. Hello, Barrels. Little Barrels. Littlest Barrels. Oh, goodbye, Barrels. Oh, I guess you used you know, the Voldemort name. Hello, Tuk Tuk. Welcome, man. But yeah, you can't be using the Voldemort name. But yeah, Tuk Tuk, what is up, man? It's been a while. Yeah, Roy has been having some worries. How's it going though, man? Seriously. But yeah, please talk to Roy. Anyway, let's continue this here. Please don't critical. I think this slam, if it crits, could potentially kill the Heracross. So let's not have that happen. Okay, give me like 5 mins. And yeah, we got it. Nice. Even if it does crit, doesn't matter now, baby. Unless I like kick the GameCube and it turns off all of a sudden. 3 fast for 5 Roy. I cannot Nicolas Cage decipher. Roy, you would be a great if they ever rebooted National Treasure or did a sequel, like a soft reboot where like you're Nicolas Cage's son or something. I think you would make a great, like, you know, young Nicolas Cage. Hey, I think they have it's behind the Declaration of Independence. I don't know, that's my Nicolas Cage. It's not very good, but the point remains, Roy, you could probably do a good one. I'm still wondering what DC's next movie will be after the departure of Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. Well, there definitely seems to be, they're going full speed ahead on, like, villain stuff. So we're getting the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. We're getting Birds of Prey with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn again. We're getting, apparently, Suicide Squad 2 with James Gunn, but it's not actually a sequel. It's a reboot. Like, I don't know. Which is funny because it's so clear that, like, Suicide Squad was made as, like, a rebuttal to Guardians' success. Like, and now the guy who made Guardians is, like, gonna basically reboot that franchise. Like, it's just really funny to me. But he'll probably make it really good, to be honest, because I actually think James Gunn is a very talented, regardless of his beliefs and sense of humor, I think it's fair to say he's a very talented screenwriter and director. He has a vision, and he's one of the last few, like, writer-director guys who, like, kind of puts his name on, like, everything and takes the responsibility for it, which can get you in a world of trouble, as we've seen, but can also, like, you know, really show, like, one singular entity instead of, like, one of those scripts written by 8 people. The first Suicide Squad, no. The first Suicide Squad was actually written by, like, I think just David Ayer and maybe one other guy. But there are other superhero movies that were definitely written by, like, 6 people. I think the first Thor was written by, like, 4 people. etc., etc. But anyway, isn't Alec Baldwin going to be in the Joker movie? I heard that he got cast, and then he was like, no, I'm not, or something. It fell through. It means I'm streaming and you can't catch me, and you didn't. But what does that mean? When Toriyama allowed Nappa and Goku to be things? Disney really screwed the pooch with James Gunn. It's just like, it's very clear that like Warner Brothers is like, we know that it was jokes. Like, you know what I mean? Even like, again, some of them were god awful. Like, some of them were just indefensible. But also like, a lot of people are just like, Disney, like, why not? So, from what I've heard, allegedly, the reason why Disney didn't just, like, stick up for him and kind of try to defend it, one, it was, like, very, very hot topic in that moment, and, like, you know, it was a PR storm nightmare for them. But two, the Fox merger had to go through, had to be approved, and there's a lot of people, like, top dogs who have very conservative views who would lean towards that side that wanted him fired, that needed to help make that go through. And they put a lot of time, effort, and money into, like, securing that deal. And so it's like, I heard a lot, like, it was literally happening, like, the week after James Gunn, like, that controversy came out. And so there's a big, like, rumor going around that, like, they just had no other choice. It was basically, like, they either keep him on and don't get the merger done, which they really needed for their streaming service. Not even for, like, Fantastic Four or anything like that. But they believe to keep competitive against, like, Netflix and Twitch and all that stuff. Like, they need Fox's assets, I guess. That was, like, kind of their rationale. And so he was kind of, like, at the dispense of that. Again, he also did something really bad. And, like, if anyone I knew did that at their place of work, they would be fired for that, right? Like, you don't get special privilege just because, like, you're really good at making movies. But still, I think there's more to the story than we've seen. And Kevin Feige still has not talked about it, which is really crazy. Are you actually leaving, Roy? They are the laziest named characters in the history of Dragon Ball. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even realize they were different. Disney quiz. I dare anyone here to guess the highest grossing Disney franchise? Franchise? Like, what does that entail, though? Like, does that count all of their assets? Or are we only talking about, like, Disney properties? Like, is Lucasfilm part of that? Is Pixar part of that? Is Marvel Studios part of that? Because I believe it's Marvel Studios. If, in terms of just pure, like, revenue of film, I think it's Marvel Studios if you include that. If not, I think their highest grossing franchise would then default to what? Maybe, I mean, probably Frozen, honestly, which I know sounds absolutely insane, but like, probably Frozen. If, I don't know. Also, why did you get timed out? You used the Voldemort name, I told you. I got a PS2! Nice, Sonic! Hello! It is a good console. Examples: Mickey Mouse, Aladdin, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, like, my thing, I guess, is it based on just film revenue, or is it based on, like, all the merchandise and stuff? Mega Bird. That's what I'm curious about. Stan, that's dumb. Actions have consequences, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, but jokes aren't actions. Yeah, but it's the way that, like, you use it in the way of the joke. Finally, I can play Sonic Riders. It's based on everything under the name. Books, games, shows, movies, all the above that generates money. Well, Snow White was definitely huge back in the day. If you, like, adjust for inflation, could potentially be Snow White, honestly. But, yeah, I don't know. It'd probably be, I would say, probably, I'm just going to give 3. Oh, isn't it Cars? If it's, like, everything, isn't it Cars? Because, I believe Cars, the toys basically, like, usurped Hot Wheels, if I'm remembering correctly, and, like, they became, like, the #1 toy of, like, young boys, like, age, like, 2 to, like, 8 or something for just a decade now or something. The answer is Winnie the Pooh, and second is Mickey Mouse. Oh, fair enough. But I definitely did read something that, like, Cars is massive. Like, it has made more money than on any other, like, Pixar property, with maybe the exception of Toy Story, because they also sell a lot of toys. But, like, the merchandise rights are apparently crazy. I'll be back, going to make some popcorn. No worries, Squid. And Barley, don't even get me started because I'm very angry about this whole situation. Wait, what's going on? Oh, we're still talking about, I see. I was, like, confused. Alright, confused Ray. Speaking of confused Ray. And then, hopefully we'll catch this. This is the longest one I think we've had tonight. Barley, I definitely also would be of the mindset of, like, they're bad jokes, but the man clearly showed evidence of, like, his humor had evolved and he was trying to be a different, better person. That is why I wouldn't have, I would have taken it, I would have at least, like, taken it a little bit more carefully than maybe Disney did. Like, they just, like, reacted to the backlash immediately without, I think, doing as much, like, research as they maybe should have, like, who started that campaign and why it might have been such a big deal. But at the same time, like I said, though, if I knew someone who made those jokes and they, you know, like, and their company found out and it could potentially, like, really have harm to the company, they would be fired. Like, so I kind of understand from the business side, but also the, like, human side, why it's right or wrong. I don't know. Oh, you're a pop. Now you're a corn now. A corn man. That's me. That is me, the corn man. But I am still, sadly, the corn man without a shiny Heracross. After all this. After all of this. There's still no shiny Heracross. He did show change, and also, again, not defending the jokes at all, but he did, people were aware of these jokes. If someone had made jokes in the same matter that were directed at you, you'd probably not like it very much. I agree. I think they're awful, awful jokes. That's I need to stress that enough, or I can't stress that enough, that I don't think the content of them was fair or appropriate or even like normal. I get, like, I don't know. It's very bad and not good. But, like, at the same time, I still do, like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people, especially in power for whatever reason, who, like, they just never change. They never own their mistakes. They never try to better themselves or do anything about it. It's like they did this thing, it either ruined their life or people are just like, oh, that's cool. That's just who they are. This is a guy who, like, actively tried to, like, change his entire life, like, top to bottom, not just in humor, but in, like, how he was as a person, how he worked, how he, like, just all of it, right? And, again, I'm not saying that defends or excuses the jokes, but I do think that it's something to take note of, is that people can legitimately, like, change over time. But I don't know the whole situation either. I'm sure it might even go deeper. Maybe Disney did the most thorough research, and they came to the conclusion, like, yeah, there's some messed up motive behind this. And anyway, I'm gonna get off this topic, but the point is like, I just, like, I feel for him a little bit, because I do think it sucks when something like that, but at the same time, I also respect the decision. Like, I don't know. It's just a messy, muddy situation. But at the end of the day, it happened the way it happened. There's no changing it now. And we'll see. We'll see where it goes from here. I didn't approve the jokes when they were 8 years old. That's my thing. That's my thing. Is that it's just like, it's 8 years ago. And it just like, and Disney knew about them already. Like, he was asked in an interview in like 2012 or 2013 or something, like, what was going on. And he was apparently asked in 2011 about, like, them, and he owned them, and he didn't delete them because he was like, no, like, I need to be, like, reminded of what a, like, piece of garbage I was. I don't know. Anyway, it's just like, yeah, I'm changing the subject. I'm gonna open another water here, but yeah. Exactly, Zane. Exactly. Disney has made some pretty awful stuff themselves, but people are like, well, that was a long time ago. And I know there's definitely a difference between a corporation and 50 years in the past, or I think 60 or 70 at this point maybe. Anyway, and like one individual with a really awful sense of humor. But yeah. Yo, what is up, Cedra? How's it going, man? And Carton of Eggnog, hello, welcome, welcome. And Stream Egg, yo, what is up? Stream Egg, thank you. Thank you again, dude. Oh. Well, there it is, Mega Bird, there it is. But anyway, I want to get off the topic because it's veering into like, you know, really just like there's no fun to be had. And I want this to be a fun stream, especially for all these raiders. I mean, I wanted to get off the topic before you guys even showed up. But yes, welcome raiders. Thank you so much, Stream Egg. I really do appreciate it. Once again, you're always so kind and so good to us. You know, how's it going? It's going well, man. We're still at it, obviously. But, you know, it's going good. It's going good, I think. But yeah, hello, Fryo Her, Hank Wolfman. Maybe this will interest you. I actually got done listening to every single Drake album. Dude, wow. That is definitely some action. But Pumpkin, thank you for the sub. Perfect time for October. And we caught the Heracross just as you subscribed. So thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Pumpkin, for the sub. Welcome to the Stampede. And yeah, thank you for the sub. And again, thank you to Stream Egg for most likely bringing you here. So yes, the great stroll. The greatest roll. How is it going? It's going well. It's going well. I'm so heckin' tired. Genji guy, hashtag sub hype. Thank you so much though, guys. Seriously. And again, massive shout out and hype towards Stream Egg 17. This man always comes through even when I'm not expecting it. I'm honestly not. And just crazy. We got 6 more encounters on the night. I hope some of you guys stick with us, but if not, it is all good. And I hope your stream went equally as well, my friend. I can safely say that Nothing Was the Same is better than Take Care, so now we can end our little debate. Well, I have listened to all the Drake albums, and since they were released up until fairly recently, having been to the concert like a month ago and all, and I can say with pretty much authority that Take Care is and probably will always continue to be Drake's like opus. So yeah, sad Mario vs. Donkey still hasn't come. Maybe they shipped it with an actual donkey. Did you ever think of that? Like it's just a small little burro like just walking across America to Canada, or I guess it's all Canada, but still just walking. It's from Ottawa. Yeetus deletus, there is a new subscribus. That there is. Oh, no. Do not use the side beam on mass screen. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Why is my stick just got really stuck there for a sec? My stick got stuck. Hey, you're telling me that in Ottawa they don't have any donkeys? I have literally I saw a donkey a month ago at a farm very close to my house in Canada, so in Ontario. So I'm just saying, Sonic, it could be on a donkey. You don't even know. Just like this Heracross could be shiny, and we don't even know. I will eat your heckin' bones. I need this game. It's actually pretty fun, Pumpkin. It's, I wasn't sure what to expect, because up until I started, like, this game, I had no idea. I hadn't played XD. I had not played this one. And I'd heard good things, but, like, I just never felt the need to pick them up. And then I did for this whole, like, ribbon quest. And I gotta say, like, I think it's a really solid entry in the series. It's very battle heavy, but usually they find cool ways to make the battles exciting or difficult or challenging or whatever. But the point is, it's pretty good, especially if you like battling. I don't think I can recommend it enough. If you're more of like I like the storyline and the adventurous aspect, it might not be as much for you. But if you really enjoy like battling and like outthinking your opponent and stuff, I think it's really solid for that. British Columbia is best region. BC is great, to be honest. Like, as much as I love Toronto and as much as I love sorry, just making sure it is not shiny, and it is not as we move into our final 5. But you know, like BC has some gorgeous places, is what I'm getting at. Like Toronto is great because I like to be here because that's where like a lot of things in my field are, including like, you know, the YouTube Canada headquarters and my work and like things like that, right? But BC, from what I hear, the weather is brilliant. The landscape is gorgeous. I'm working on a character's name. Nice. I have donkeys. They demand spaghetti and meatballs. Do they really? I did not know that. I live in BC. I know. So what if it's a cross Canada tour? I mean, it's further to get to BC from Ontario than to like get to, you know, New York from Ontario, for example. So it's pretty far, and that could be why it's taking forever. I'm here. Hello, Proteo. What's up? All right, I'm back. Sorry for getting mad. That was irrational of me. No, it's all good. It's all good. Canada Gross moved on. I was getting way too invested in such a not for stream topic anyways, that like it was definitely I was to blame partly as well, Squid. I hope everything's okay. But yeah. Does anyone actually live in Nunavut? I wish. People do, but I wish I'd met, sorry, I'm saying I wish I'd met someone who lives there, but I have not. But it does, people definitely do. My uncle goes up to those like more tundra territories. They're not even provinces, they're territories up north for work quite a bit. And though he really doesn't go to Nunavut a whole lot, he definitely has met people from there because of it's in close proximity to like other places he might go. I'm good now. I'm glad. We're just talking about Nunavut now. We're talking about good things. People take Nunavut. Nunavut's the best. Nunavut is the best. But, yeah, unfortunately, our good friend Roy has left to go, I assume, work on another video. Probably, because that seems to be all that boy does these days. But, how long does winter last up there? Jeez, I mean, honestly, it can last anywhere from, like, some years we get, like, 3-month winters. Usually, at minimum, I'd say 3 months. At minimum. Like, January, February, March are usually very cold. A lot of snow, a lot of slush, ice. Not, like, ideal. But at maximum, kid you not, we could probably have 7 months at, like, max. Basically, it can start in, like, mid-October and go right up to, like, late April if it needs to. I know that sounds crazy, but, like, I've honestly seen it, like, happen. I don't know if I've ever seen it happen altogether, but I've definitely experienced early winters living in Canada, and I've also experienced, like, even the one we just had. It didn't really start getting, like, not wintry out until, I want to say, the last week of April. So, yeah. I literally only have her first name. What's that? Sorry. Quebec winter is like over half the year. Yeah, Quebec is worse. Ottawa's worse for sure. Yeah, I'm like Southern Ontario, so it's not nearly as bad, honestly. It's a lot more wet, I would say, maybe, but it's not as bad in terms of like cold, you know? Longest one we had was 4 to 5. Yeah, I would say ours typically lasts around 4 to 5 as well. Honestly, like it's usually, I think your average one here, probably December to the very like end, early April. Like end of March, early April, sorry. So usually, yeah, around 4 or 5 months, I would say. 7 is like pushing it. Again, I don't actually recall if we've ever had one that was like, it started that early and it ended that late. But it could happen is what I'm saying. Hypothetically, it could happen. Oh, nice, Cedra, nice. Dude, that's sick. You're close to the weight requirement. That's beautiful, man. I am also right now on a super diet. Trying to basically not, I'm already like, I'm definitely not too worried about my weight or anything, but I basically just like, I know when I go to Tokyo, I'm going to be like filming it and I'm going to be like on camera and stuff. And I just like, for future posterity's sake, I want to look my absolute best. So I've been trying to like, for a month, I'm doing like a very like, not crazy diet, but just a very strict regimented diet of like, I only eat on my 3 meals. So I have my breakfast, I have my lunch, I have my dinner. And I'm eating basically healthy for the, like, just no junk, no eating after 7, and which is why the streams go later now, is because when I get home from work, I eat now, where I used to eat after. In case anyone was wondering why they've starting at 7 instead of, like, they used to start more like 6:30. Anyway, but yeah, I've been doing really good. I'm, like, getting close to 3 weeks now. I guess I'm more, like, just over 2. I'm, like, 2.5. Tomorrow will be like 2.5 officially, but still, I'm doing really good. I've already seen like some results, honestly, which I was not expecting. I'm working out probably 4 times a week. Like, it's good. It's really good. Are you going to the deer park? What's the deer park? Her first name is Claudia. Whose first name is Claudia? I gotta go. See you next time. No worries, Megabird. Thank you for tuning in. I've got to go, my friend. I'll catch you soon, buddy. Bye, everyone. Later, Stream Egg. And again, thank you so much for the raid and everybody else who came in because of Stream Egg. I really do appreciate you. I love you, and have a great rest of your night, man. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week as well, because I'm only streaming weekly now, so I might not see you. But yeah, if I don't, enjoy it. My character, oh, my character, I'm so sorry. Yes, I was like a little bit confused. I thought maybe, but then I was like, maybe it's like your sister or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's actually amazing. Claudia is your character. I think that's really cool. There's a park in Japan overflooded with deer. I'm actually, weirdly enough, I think I'm kind of scared a bit of deer. I know that sounds weird, but like, we almost hit a deer coming back from my parents' house one night, and it was like kind of late at night. And since then, and I also saw a deer driving up to a cottage like last year, or 2 years ago maybe. But I saw a deer, and like, it was like, I thought it was a statue, and then it like moved and ran, and I was like, what the heck? And then, yeah, I think weirdly enough, ever since that, like, close call, I don't associate deer with good things in my brain. So probably not. I'm sure they are very docile, but I just personally am like, yeah, I'm kind of not a fan of deer, I guess. I didn't even think about that, but yeah. Flooded with deer, oh, excuse me. It sounds just like Tennessee to me. Those things are gentler than a newborn puppy. The only worst thing they'll do is kick you. Yeah, which I'm sure it's very strong if they kick you. Oh, you're still talking about donkeys, aren't you? We're talking about deer, and you're still on the donkeys. I really hate school right now. Is it algebra? We have deer and bears here. I mean, bears go everywhere, man. They got kind of extinct in like the more southern and like California and stuff because people were just like hunting them avidly. But yeah, bears have like, they're the one species that's basically acclimated to like every single continent. Like they learned how to swim when they needed to. They learned how to like survive in frigid temperatures when they needed to. They learned how to climb trees if that's where the food was. Like they go south if that's where they're like just such a tough species, I guess, right? Like they're very tough. I don't know. But regardless of all the bears, we're still going for the bug. And we got 3 more. We got 3 more Heracrosses to get through tonight, my friends. I have yet to hit a deer in Tennessee, thank God. Yeah, thank God. I also know people who've, like, almost hit moose, like, driving. And that's even scarier. That's, like, just basically a deer times 3 in one body. With, like, bigger antlers, bigger hooves. Like, yeah, that is not what you want. I've actually, I don't know if I can say this on stream, because this is very morbid, kind of gross, but I'll say it, because I think most people here are fairly, you know, they have a high constitution, and it's not like, it's just nature, it's not like I'm saying anything, like, beyond their own, but I have heard stories of, like, people hitting deer, and, like, in a car, like, they get in a car crash with a deer, and the deer goes through the windshield, and they survive the crash, but the deer is kicking because it's in such, like, shock and trying to get out of the car. It's kicking with so much force in the confined space of either the windshield or the car or whatever that they actually die from, like, head trauma from the deer, like, kicking them in the head, basically. I don't know how true that is, but I have heard stories of that. I don't have any, like, proof or anything. But, yeah. No worries, Cedra Sauce. Their shoulders can be up to 7 feet high. What, moose? Oh, yeah. I know they're very terrifying. They're also, unlike deer, they're not really docile. They can get very territorial, especially, like, during certain seasons. Yeah. I've heard that, too, actually. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Still looking for a middle and last name for Claudia, though. Claudia, Patronus. Claudia Patronus Smith. That is I know Smith's a very generic, but it has to cancel out, you know? Patronus is very specific. And then, you know, Smith just kind of evens it out, I guess. Are you heading out, Sonic Chow? Moose go and do a big scare. I've never really seen one like that wasn't, you know, at a zoo or something like that. But I would assume they do something like that, probably. I would definitely be scared if I ran into a moose. Also, Heracross. Heracross. I live in New York and went on a Boy Scout trip to Eli, Minnesota, which is like 10 miles from Canada, and didn't see any moose on my bucket list. I kind of feel the same way as you do, but about a bear. I've never seen a bear in the wild, and though I probably don't want to ever have that wish come true for obvious reasons, I kind of want to see one. If it's like from a car and I can like look at it but drive right past it, maybe take a photo if I'm fast enough, like that's the ideal situation. Obviously, I don't want to be like camping and like hear something like clawing at my tent. But yeah, no, I definitely I've always wanted to see like a bear in the wild. Yo, what's up? How's it going, David? Claudia H. Jingleheimer. It's from a Marvel story. Oh, yeah. So definitely don't use Patronus then. That's in the Warner Brothers DC area. The bears living here are cowards. You could whisper hi to one and it would flee. Really? I still wouldn't try it. We don't have bears on Long Island, luckily. There are a lot of deer in my town, though. Deer are yeah, I don't know. Also, deer, isn't that how Lyme disease is created? Like ticks biting deers, and then they spread. The deers have Lyme disease, and when it spreads to humans, it like becomes an issue. I don't know. Nature's crazy. Nature tries to kill us. It's actually a miracle we're all like. There's so many of us, considering. Yeah, nature don't play no games. You know, nature is absolute. Nice, David. Nice. I pre-ordered the Luigi's Mansion. That's I think you're gonna enjoy it. I still need to play that game as well. Maybe I should look into picking it up before my trip if it comes out. But yeah, no, that's awesome, dude. Hope work's going well for you. We have small brown bears here. My puppy barked at one once from the window and it ran off. Are you sure they're small brown bears and not just like baby grizzly bears? Cheerleader Squid lives in the cool part of Tennessee. All we have over in this part of Tennessee in terms of bears are the Memphis Grizzlies, and they're garbage. Comes out the 12th. Nice. Very soon. Yeah, 2 days. Wow. We have coyotes and foxes, and bears pretty much don't come down to New Jersey. I've seen both coyotes and foxes IRL pretty up close, like in the wild. Obviously, coyotes I was definitely more afraid of. Foxes was more like... The fox was... I understand why, like, in media, foxes became more like... cunning and like sly, and because it kind of like followed us, but it was like kind of like ninja stealthily doing it, but close enough that we could see it, and it knew we could see it, but like keeping its distance. You know, coyotes on the other hand, they're mangy, and I am not friends with them. Yep, not baby grizzlies. They don't even live in this area. Well, that's good. That is very good. You should YouTube like just like there's people who live with grizzly bears or like black bears and stuff. It's messed up, but it's actually so fascinating to watch. I'm not really one to watch like those nature, like Disney Planet things or anything like that. I get the merit of it, and I think sometimes it's very cool. But most of the time, I just really don't care. But the bear stuff, I was like, it was like a hole I was in, like a YouTube hole for like a week. I was just like looking at, like, and then eventually I started watching like people living with lions. There's a guy in Alberta who lives with a polar bear and like swims with it every day, which is really scary because that's like. That's their element. Like, in the water, you have no chance against a polar bear in the water. Like, but he does it every day. Well, I guess maybe not in the winter. But anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. The Grizzlies are only still called the Grizzlies because they moved from Vancouver. That is true. Last summer, a bear decided to go to a McDonald's here. Caused lots of damage to a brand new building. As long as it didn't take it the Pokestop, right, Zane? That's the big conundrum. Anyway, ladies and gentle squids, we are officially on our final one of the night. We are on 525, going for this Heracross, killing it in the time department. But yeah, we got very lucky. I feel like there was only one that took like more than 3 tries in the entire like 24 we've done so far. So barring this one being a complete pain in the butt, but either way, it doesn't really matter as long as I don't fail it, of course. yeah, this has been a pretty good set of, like, bunches or of encounters. So I'm, yeah, that's really cool. It's just awesome. I'm in a hole of kitten and puppy videos and horses and Marvel. Nice. I keep coming in late. Hey, it happens though, man. It happens. It's nothing to you. I don't like, you know, it's no big deal and you don't gotta apologize or anything for it. But it's just great seeing you, you know? A moose knocked over my aunt's Thanksgiving decorations last week. Oh my god. That's crazy. Our McDonald's doesn't have a stop. Oh wow. The one in my small town had one. That's why I just naturally was like, small town, bear, McDonald's, Pokestop. Like, I don't know. But anyways, let's take out this Ariados and then we'll see. We'll see if this is the one that we've been waiting for. It's probably going to be female. I don't know why. I feel like the ones that we end on are almost always a female because I catch myself being like, oh, is this guy going to be the one? And then I'm like, well, it's actually a girl. Like, anyway, we shall see. 1, 2. And, well, gaming and music are always good in just all facets of life. Oh, wow. Wow, Cedric. Yeah, that is... There's definitely, like, anytime I've ever, like, Googled, like, documentary on YouTube, it's always, like, Russia or, like, killers or North Korea, honestly. Like, it's always, like, those three things are, the like, the top results. And multiples of them. I get into the rabbit hole of British reality. Weight loss shows. Very specific, I know. Yeah, that is specifically specific. Like, why British versions, though? Don't they have American versions of that? Like, what's the allure of the British ones, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Crazy. But either way, once Masquerade is done, we can start attacking. It was a female, too. Nice. I just had a feeling. They always seem to end. Oh, also... I don't know if you guys noticed, this is super late for me to even bring up, but if you've noticed, I got my contact lens situation figured out. Last week I had to stream in glasses. I was wearing glasses for like a good week and a half, every day, every moment, and I finally, just last night, got my contacts sorted, kind of. So, yeah. And yo, we got Jill Kavanagh. Thank you for the sub, and welcome to the Stampede. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing here on the screen, even though it's still, I don't know if we're going to get the shiny, but we're going to try. We're going to try our absolute best and hope the RNG gods take care of the rest. And yo, what is up? Jojo is a go. Stanley so manly. What's up, my dude? I don't get off work until 8:30 p.m. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, and I stream pretty late, I guess, like, for that. Oh, that's rough, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but again, it's just nice, like, having you pop into the end is always a nice little treat, so I appreciate it, dude. Levi, oof, just oof. American shows are just skinny people yelling. British shows have science and calm parts. It's more like watching Cupcake Wars versus watching the Great British Bake Off. I need to watch more food shows. I actually do, because I love food, and I think it would propel me into, like, wanting to cook, like fueling a desire to want to cook and bake and stuff, and I just don't do it because I don't have cable. When I did have cable, my parents weren't into those stuff, so I didn't even know those channels existed in the way that I think a lot of other people might know that they exist. And yeah, please don't ever say that British comedy is better than American. I don't know if she said that at all. I think she just said, maybe I'm missing something, but I think she just said that their reality, like, weight loss shows and food shows are better. I have too many allergies to even consider contacts. That would actually be, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because you touch it. Yeah. Fair. Jojo, do I sense the need for a cheerleader? Get the shiny, spank some hiney, been too long, brother. Yo, it has been a minute, dude. It's great to see you, though. Great to see you. Only if that cheerleader doubles as a squid. Nights and weekends. British comedy smells terrible. You know what also smells terrible? This Heracross. So hopefully it's not the one that's shiny because I just insulted her. But yeah, it's not getting in the ball. I jinxed it. I was like, even if this one takes a while. And lo and behold, it is. It's got a really tough defense stat, I can tell. From Verb. Still, if Verb doesn't penetrate, I might not. Okay, this has to hit. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. Never mind. We got it in the yellow. I was about to say, I don't know if I have another Pokemon that can get it into the yellow without killing it. Because, like, Entei's moves are basically super effective on it. And Misdreavus, I don't know if it'll even... It'd probably outspeed it, but it won't do much. Anyway, Doesn't matter. It all worked out. Now I can send out Mischievous. I was hoping to put the Yawn on Masquerain, but oh well. For sure, Melissa's going to some country next weekend. Maybe you've heard of it, Canada or something. Yeah, she mentioned a little bit more specific details in the Discord chat. So I definitely, I'm gonna use Confuse Ray because why not? But yeah, so I definitely like I'm trying to make some time and free some stuff up because I definitely think that I need to attempt a meetup of some kind if possible. I don't know for how long or what it will entail, but I gotta plan something. The only thing is that like like that weekend she's kind of in here is literally like the last weekend I have. It's like between I'm just finishing up a deadline at work, so I'm probably gonna stay super late that Friday, and then that weekend is like that Saturday, Sunday are the last free days I have until like my trip on starts on like the Thursday of that week. So anyway, but regardless of all that, ladies and gentlemen, the final shiny capture of the night. Will this beautifully female Heracross, I guess? I don't know. That was a bad adjective. But will this Heracross be the Forsaken one? The one prophesized all of those months ago? Let us find out together. Right now. Nope. Nope. There's a lot of build-up for a very fast disappointment. But, again, still super under odds. Still, I think, killing it. I could definitely be going faster, but again, very busy this month because of said trip. Canadian stand greater than all other stands. Oh my god. Wow. All other stands? Even, like, Stanley from The Office? But, yeah, regardless of Stanley from The Office, he would be going, right now, as I hyped up that Heracross, and then it disappointed him. Yeah, sadly, it is not shiny, but that's okay. Because next Wednesday, we're going to try again. We're going to get to 550. It's going to be my second last stream. And I believe, if it's not Zane's birthday. Zane, your birthday is the... No, it is next week, right? The 17th? But on Pretzel Day, I do like Pretzel Day. Exactly. Exactly. You get it. And hopefully next week is this Heracross's Pretzel Day, if that makes any sense. It's the shiny day, you know? The equivalent to Pretzel Day. But... I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to StreamEgg17 once again for that beautiful raid. I really genuinely appreciate it, and all like the new subs. Thank you so much for hitting that button. It means a lot. And yeah, I will be streaming next Wednesday. Please disregard. It's just laziness at this point. I still have not changed the outro card, so it will say Monday and Wednesday, but it's still just Wednesdays. But alas, I love you guys. I love yo faces. I got a Discord. I got a Twitter. Links in the description. Check them out. I got an Instagram too. If you want to see some sweet pictures from my Tokyo trip coming up, now's a good time to hit that follow button there. But I love you. Please take care of yourselves. Be kind. And as I always say, happy birthday. No, happy hunting, baby rhinos. And peace.